Shirin is a coworker of mine at EMCN. She is friendly, positive, and compassionate, and a joy to work with. She jumped at the chance to participate in this project, tell us about her experience as a newcomer, and give advice to those just starting their journey.
Hi, my name is Shirin Ayatollahi, and I'm working at EMCN as student support specialist.
When did you arrive in Canada?
My family and I became to Canada in June 2014 from Iran. We applied for coming here when I had one son at that time. The reason was my husband and I, we were thinking that we want for our son to live in a free and democratic country where there is no political persecution and people have their own voice, their voice is heard, and no one will be persecuted for their belief. You know, I have a nightmare time by time that I'm in a street and I'm not wearing my hijab and police will catch me. I'm still having that nightmare. After living here for 8 years, we wanted our son to learn from early age about tolerance and freedom of speech.
What challenges did you face as a new immigrant to Canada, and how did you overcome them?
Communication because of the language barrier when you first come, and also cultural differences. So it makes communication so hard. It happened to me a lot of times when I first came, and still happening that at the middle of a discussion in the second language, sometimes I give up because simply it takes too much effort for me to convey my meaning. It's messy, there are misinterpretation, so many things would lose in translations. When you first come, you're just like mess. You don't know, should I smile now? Am I too friendly? Should I be distant? Should I shake hand harder than this? So you just doubt all the things that you are doing, learning to read between the lines and get the point, especially when you are coming from a straightforward culture. It's really hard. I have been student in EMCN. It helps me a lot. I learned a lot in the classroom from my teachers there, and also from other students because we all have been from other different backgrounds. And I try to learn from people, looking at, observing, seeing what they are doing, and just like imitating time by time.
How did you adjust to the Canadian climate?
My sister came to Canada before our family. And then once, first time she traveled back in Iran, we were just like kidding around with her, telling her that cold weather, when it's colder than -10, there's no difference. And then what are you talking about? And she said, believe me, there's a big difference between -10 and -40. When it's -40, you feel that difference with all the cells in your body. And then when we came, it was the month of June. It was hot. It was beautiful summer in Edmonton. And but I was terrified. On that year, we got our first snow on September. So it was a big shock. I survived it. As the saying goes, what doesn't kill you make you stronger. So it made me stronger. And by the way, I love when it's really cold and sunny, then all those just like humidity in the air froze and you see bright crystals all over you. I think it's magical.
What do you like about living in Canada?
Canada is a great country. There are so many things that you can love about Canada. But for me, the most important one is multiculturalism. I love when I walk in the street, seeing people in just like different appearances, talking in different language, talking English with different accents. Canada has a collection of whole world within itself, and I have a chance to learn about it. In my home country, we call people who are from other countries foreigners. They chose to live in Iran, and they lived in Iran for several years and years. They are still foreigners. So when I first came in Canada and saw all this diversity, it was amazing.
Why do you think it's important to learn about and celebrate each other's culture?
That makes you grow. That makes you learn lots of things that you didn't know before. And that diversity, when you feel that you are part of a bigger thing, the feeling is amazing. Also, when we first came in, I was looking for ways to make my son's integration easier. So I made a promise to myself that I am going to celebrate anything makes our family happy. We are celebrating all traditional Iranian cultural celebrations. Also, we celebrate Christmas. Halloween is a big hit in our house. We celebrate Thanksgiving. It's not because of the religious component of it or ideology part. That's simply because it makes my family and I happy.
What advice do you have for recent newcomers or people thinking about coming to live in Canada?
You have so many things to navigate and learn. I find most of the Canadian respectful, loving. They like to help other people. Reach out to your contact. Even if, let's say, you had a friend from elementary school that is living in Canada, you haven't been in touch with them. Don't be embarrassed or shy. Contact them. I myself and most other people that has been immigrated before you, they want to help newcomers because they have the experience of immigration before you and they are happy to help you.
Thank you so much, Shirin, for your time and for sharing your story so that it can help other newcomers.